7 projects of the program Connecting Classrooms and International School Award had come to an end in the bittersweet of teachers and students of Hiếu Hòa Secondary School. All the students just wished that the project could last longer so that they could not only broaden their knowledge about different cultures in the world, but also experience many other interesting activities. Looking back over the long periods of time, each project of the program can be considered a special story, which is always full of smiles of the teachers and students of Hiếu Hòa Secondary School. To be honest, to achieve the success of Connecting Classrooms in 2014 today, it's necessary to mention the very important role of our school administrators in general as well as the administration staff of the program in particular, as they firstly planned in the program carefully and then flexibly implemented on activities in each project. Thanks to the implementation in such a scientific way, the program had received a lot of encouragement and collaboration from many departments and unions. Opening the program International School this year is the first project entitled Safe Traffic. In this project, the students collected pictures, wrote articles, and took part in many interesting activities to cover knowledge about traffic of some other countries, such as Britain, India, and raise their awareness of taking part in traffic in Vietnam. These activities have given the students an overview of transport in many different countries in the world. On April the 11th, we continue the program with the second project named Festival of Preserving the Beauty of Traditional Culture. This was an unforgettable project which had left teachers and students of Hiếu Hòa Secondary School a strong impression. Coming to the festival, students seem to be brought back to the ancient Vietnam with traditional rhymes and games. Moreover, they seem to have traveled to the romantic countryside of England or to the legendary Indian night through many activities. Although the festival had ended, its echo still remained forever in the hearts of every person. Through this project, we love our homeland more and are always proud of our traditional culture. The third project, titled Cuisine, brought out a lot of dishes. The four zones displaying dishes of Vietnam, Korea, Japan, and Britain made everyone really surprised. The typical cuisines of each country, made by the ingenuity of Hiếu Hòa Secondary School, pupils not only were delicious but also looked very spectacular. Besides cuisines making contests, students also joined other contests to get to know more about different national cuisines in the world. Through this project, they have broadened their culinary knowledge of many countries. The fourth project had continued giving students fun, which will remain after 3 projects. In this project, students had chance to collect pictures and information and make mirrors of the world-famous football teams, such as Britain, France, Thailand, and Vietnam. The famous stadiums and players were likely to be at Hiếu Hòa Secondary School, set free to every student's dream. The football match between 2 soccer teams, named Britain and Vietnam, was one of the most fascinating parts of the project. It can be said that the pitch of Hiếu Hòa Secondary School was at heart at many famous soccer fields in the world. The fifth project, titled Recycling Day, made Hiếu Hòa Secondary School become more colorful and lively by incredibly vivid colors of the recycled products. With the skillful hands and creative ideas of the children, many items which seemed to be useless, such as toilet rolls. The yogurt boxes, cartoons, had been turned into such useful things, like the pencil cases, vases, clocks, the beautiful dolls that we can use practically in everyday life. Of the program named The Famous Historical Figures in the World, that day was a huge festival for both teachers and students. On the bright sunshine morning, the mirrors from some classes were stuck along the halls, welcoming guests to visit the school. The three teams named Truman and Katyusha, Charlie Chaplin participated in three fascinating contests: reading, understanding, and telling stories about the world-famous historical figures. In these projects, both teachers and students seem to return to Cheng Dynasty. With the appearance of Mr. Chuan An, the greatest teacher of all times, got to know more about his life, career, and personality. Leaving Vietnam, we came to the beautiful Russia, met the great leader Lenin through the story "I'm Busy Learning." Finally, we traveled to Britain through the resurrections of the King Cloud, Charlie Chaplin. Children's Right was the last one of the ISA projects. Students had a chance to search information about children in some countries, such as Britain, Sweden, Vietnam, and Bangladesh during the last week of September. The next week, students from Thanh Blind Association were invited to attend the project. They brought us so beautiful songs while we were raising funds to help them overcome their difficulties. Secondary school had changed a lot. Taking part in the program, connecting classrooms, bring the teachers and students transit to access to the new world, change the old teaching and learning methodology. These are some typical characteristics of our school. Welcome to Vietnam, welcome to a peaceful Hanoi, and welcome to Hua Secondary School, a friendly, active, willing to connect and develop school.